This is letting it down without the gas. These are the struts I got from Amazon. So they come in a box like this, compressed. And then the two little ball ends look like that. All right, I'm gonna get them undone. I'm just gonna cut this little sheath off with my blade. Be pretty handy to have. You could get it off without it, but I couldn't. And it just lets itself out. This is what the end looks like before you put this part on, and it just twists on. It's threaded. I put my mounts on first on the strut. I found it to be a lot easier to do that and easier to find where you need to put it at. I'm using two different mounts. That's the flat one, and then this is the offset one. And the offset one I'm using on my door here. When I emailed ATC, they said that it needs to go about 10 to 12 inches from the top corners. And I also read that they needed to be as vertical as possible. So top needs to be up. I did have to move or remove this screw here so I can put my mounts, and I'm fixing to seal that up right now with some marine grade sealant. Find the middle of the door. Pretty much I'm just going to go from this. This on the door is not the middle. It's not centered in the door, and the door is not centered in the back. The door is offset 3 or 4 inches to the passenger side. So you need to go more from the middle here. That way it can be more vertical up there and hit about that 12-inch mark that ATC suggested. So I could put it there or right there. And I think I'm going to do it right there. It's got a little bit there. Maybe I don't need to do that. Maybe I need to go here. But I kind of wanted to put it on the same rail that the old screw was in. But that may be the best part. That way it's actually flat. So I just have this one loose. I just took my sealant off doing that. Anyway, I'll reseal that. And I'm going to start at the bottom and put the bottom mount on first. And then I'm going to do the top. All right, I did end up taking the mount off. It really is easier to put the bottom one on, but I will put it together before I put the top mount on. I did pre-drill. I found it easier because I did not pre-drill when I put the front on and went ahead and mount it. And I did do it on the bottom little rail right there instead of there. It still got a little kick to it, I think, because I couldn't get the drill as flat as I needed to from right there. But anyway, it's on there. I used number 10 3/4 screws. The length is the same as the original screws, but I went a little bigger with the screw. Might not should have did that. Heftier is better to me, so that's what I did. Get ready to put the top mount on. This is the flat mount that I got from Amazon, and I'm not being very precise necessarily. I'm just getting it flat at the top where it's pretty much flat. Mark some drill holes there with the pencil. I'm going to pre-drill, and then we'll screw it on. I am going to use washers because these holes are a little bit bigger. Maybe overkill. Makes me feel better. So fixing to get that done. I'll show you after picture. All right, fixing to mount. I did put some sealant. Just going to get that started. It's hard to do all this in film, and pretty much all these videos is to show somebody probably what not to do. I couldn't find anything when I was looking really into this. It took a lot of looking into, so this may not be correct. So I'm not saying it is. I'm just showing you how I did it. All right, I'm gonna get my drill and tighten those down. I did put some sealant there. I forgot my washers, so I took it down, put some more sealant in there, and added my washers. And then we're gonna tighten it down. So I pre-drilled. I didn't pre-drill all the way through. Mainly I just wanted a hole to kind of get these screws started. So that's why I'm having to put a little pressure. don't know what that is, tape. I'm just going to spread the rest of that little sealant out there. I'll probably come back around and put some more around the bolt or screw holes. All right, I got the second mount mounted. I did forget to put sealant behind that one, so I backed it out and sealed it. And they do stick up just a little bit because I can't get the drill flat right there. But anyway, it's on there tight. It's a lot of pressure. It's not coming loose. So sealed it and then put those number 10 3¼ screws in there. Now I'm fixing to attach the second strut. There's the first one. The fat part has to go to the top. I don't think I said that earlier, but the fat part goes to the top. Forgot to say, back there where I'd removed that original screw behind this mount, there wasn't any need for it. I thought that I was going to put it in that track, but I didn't. So I put some sealant and put the original screw back in there, and it lucked out here at the top that it's almost close, or it is close to that original screw there, and I'm not going to have to remove any here at the top. So the only one I had to remove was in the front. I had to remove one next to where one of the locks were, or clamps. Anyway, got this marked, fixing to drill here and put these screws in, and I'll be done with this project, and then I'll show you how it closes from the inside. Hopefully how much easier it is to get up and down. It's not that hard to get the back up. The front was more difficult for me. Anyway, we're going to take a look. Got them both up. Now we're going to go see how it does. If it lets down any easier. Or at all. All right, so I'm having to pull it to get it down. It doesn't fall. There we go. And I'm doing this one-handed. Awesome. I'm not that strong. I usually have to use two hands. I was able to push it pretty hard with one hand up this with those struts on there. So that chore is done. Again, I'm not saying that I did it right, but I did it. Next thing is I'm gonna load it on my truck. Show the front again. That's the flat mounts there and up top. All right, hope this helped, or at least showed you maybe what not to do. Let me know if it helped or not, if anybody has any suggestions, or if I should put butyl tape behind those, especially in the front. That'll be more in the rain, in the wind, or not. All right, getting ready to load camper up in the truck, take it to the shop next week to get some electrical work done. Be sure I'm all set for my solar and DC-DC charger. This is a step I bought off Amazon. Pretty handy. I like it. It's easy to get in and out the camper. I'm going to remeasure and show you what I did here. So the camper measurement from the bottom to the cab over is 46 inches. All right, and so when I measured, when I went to get it in Colorado, I measured from the top of the bed thing there. Sorry, sucks. Not a good filmer. So 46 looked like that it would fit. But I brought some true 2x4s I had cut on the sawmill with me, 3 of those. However, my roof already looked like this already, but the camper did bump on the top coming through friggin' Texas on Highway 20, and before I could stop, it scratched it up pretty good, and honestly, it punched a hole right there, so I JB welded that. I love some JB weld. We'll see how well that holds up. So anyway, I built this frame, and so when I take it to the shop, it's like about 2 hours away, so it's a test run to see. This is a little bit over 4 inches. So I guess I had those 2x4s probably on the 2 side. Thinking it was enough. It should have been. I thought, I don't know. I'm sure I probably measured wrong. But anyway, I built this frame right here, and I left this open in the middle because I had a cool idea that I was going to put some storage right there, like my table, my outside table slide up under there. But that was pretty dumb because this is the main walkway here. So I'm fixing to put 2 more supports here. I will leave it open here and here, though, so I can probably maybe slide a couple outdoor chairs or something under there. And this may not work at all. If it works, I probably will get something of similar size but lighter weight and just attach it to the bottom of the camper so it's already there, and I don't have to worry about this at all. So fixing to get it loaded up, and we will see if it clears or not clears, or how much clearance that I have. And I may be taking all this crap out and starting over. But I got a week to get this done before it goes to the shop. Again, I just did this as a test run to go 2 hours and see, so I can adjust it on a long trip if I need to. Getting ready to let my jacks down. Got this handy dandy little adapter on my drill. Do use Ryobi and DeWalt. I've had better luck with the Ryobi batteries. Folks I got the camper from gave me a lot of little extras. So just gonna go around and let each leg down until I get the camper tall enough to put the truck under. Okay, I wanted to show the other side of my camper. The driver's side that I didn't show the other day because it was under the shed and really too close to get to. This passenger side, of course. The crank out window, this emergency exit window. This is going to be the furnace vent. I'm not sure if I showed that the other day or not. This is going to be the refrigerator vents. The refrigerator runs on propane or shore power. It's not 12 volt. I wish it was, and I may swap that out. I don't know. I would want it to work on 12 volt. I don't want to use propane. They said they had a problem sometimes with the flame going out if the wind was rolling pretty good and had to put a little piece of cardboard on one side. I just don't like the thought of any of that. So I may be swapping that out. Might be the next project after the power upgrade. This is the sink water drain. There's no bathroom or anything, so it's just sink water. And the folks who gave me, or who I bought the camper from, gave me this old propane hose here to hook to that, just to drain down into a bucket or closer to the ground so it's not draining onto the side. I'm sure I'll have some kind of something to drain the water in, not just off in the ground, even though it's just going to be sink water. This is the propane cabinet. Here it takes a 20-pound tank. The tank has is made with a little lip that fits right under that bracket in the back, and then another little place that fits under this and then screws down to hold it tight. I took it out before it goes to the solar place to upgrade the batteries, etc. Because I'm going to take it and top it off, and just to keep somebody from, I guess, from it coming up missing, I should say, which I don't think that would happen, but never know. And this is the clean fill port here that's lockable. And then this is the clean water drain if you need to drain your water to winterize, which I will never have to winterize here in Mississippi. It doesn't get cold enough to freeze anything like this, maybe occasionally, but nothing that will cause really any damage. Here, I did replace this. The one that was on there, this part was hard to turn, and it looks like it's had some screws in it, but it didn't. The other one I just actually just turned and pulled down and it popped right out. And then this one I got off Amazon, I believe, and they sent 2. I think it was 2 for $7, and I just kind of put it up in there and screwed it, and it went on up in right. And there's nothing, there was no band to screw down, or I can't think of what I'm trying to say. Anyway, there's nothing that it's screwed to or whatever, and it's in there. Uh-oh, there it goes. Yeah, I guess it just came out. Maybe I do need to screw it. This is what it looked like here. I wonder if I can get a picture of that hole. Maybe not, but it just kind of went up in, and there, see, it's up in there. All right, it's on there. Maybe I do need to put a couple little screws because it did come right out, actually. I didn't think it would, but it did. So I guess I need to put a couple screws in that. But anyway, this is my 2015 ATC Ocelot. I say Ocelot here in Mississippi, so however you say it. Excited to get the camper, get some camping done, but it's gonna be fall or either sometime when I go out toward Colorado, Utah. Will not be camping here in Mississippi. It's too hot. It's like 98 degrees today, I think, and humid. Humidity is always 80 to 85 during the summer, so you walk out and sweat. Anyway, that's it. Let me know if you happen to have an ATC camper too. I'm up for any suggestions or things that didn't work out quite for you while I'm working on mine. All right, take care.